Hello, namaste, and welcome everybody. Yo ho, WKTV presents the Bhutanese Talk, and welcome to another episode. म आजको विषयवस्तुतर्फ जानुभन्दा अगाडि म मेरो नेपाली अडियन्स स्पेसल्ली नेपाली भाषा बोल्ने अनि बुझ्ने जसले इङ्ग्लिस बुझ्नुहुन्न म उहाँलाई अगाडि नै जानकारी गराउन चाहन्छु। आजको मेरो गेस्टले नेपाली बोल्नुहुन्न, त्यही कारणले आजको मेरो कम्प्लिट सो इङ्ग्लिसमा रहनेछ। सो म यो तपाईँहरूलाई सुरुमै जानकारी गराउन चाहन्छु। यति भन्दै म आजको सो अघि बढाउन चाहन्छु। So, hello and welcome one more time. This is WKTV presents the Bhutanese Talk. And today I have a guest, Kathi Harris. Kathi is a census coordinator for City of Grand Rapids. Hi, Kathi. Welcome to my podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right. No, I really thank you and appreciate for coming in just such a short notice because I only told you, yesterday or day before yesterday?
That's all right. We're going to get it done.
Okay. So, as I said, you are the census coordinator for the City of Grand Rapids.
Yes.
So, let's get it started with that one. Why don't you tell me and my audience about yourself a little bit and your involvement with the city and census in general?
Okay. I kind of walked into this job because of my concern with the city. I have been working with as a city community advocate for a few years now and working with the registering to vote, get out the vote efforts, and the census is the same as getting out to vote. My goal then was to make sure everyone was registered, and my goal now is to make sure everyone is counted.
Okay. Why is it important? So let's talk about we want to count, but I guess it's very important people should understand or know why it's important to be counted.
Well, it's important to be counted because it helps your community. Just as you have a right to vote, you also have a right to be counted because you have a right to those things that your community gets from being counted. The funds that come to your city, the programs that come to your city, your schools, the different things that help you and your families, help your community. You have a right to that. So in order to get those or have access to those funds or have access to the funds coming to your community, we must count you. It's a government effort. It's done across the country. Every person in the country needs to be counted, but my focus is Grand Rapids because Grand Rapids needs to have those funds so that we can make a better Grand Rapids.
Absolutely. So even myself is very new to this census thing.
Okay.
Because I came, we talked about this, I came to America in 2009, and I think 2010 there was a census going on, and I didn't know what exactly was it, and I was actually, me and my family were scared to fill out anything. Because we were told, hey, you can't give your personal information to someone that you don't know. And then we didn't do that. So let me ask you a couple more questions about, so if I understand exactly what you're saying, the fund our city and our state gets is directly correlated to the number of population we have, or like how many people are counted in our city and state?
Yes. But first, let me go back a little bit. When you told me the story, your
Right.
family story,
Right.
that touched my heart. And I felt that
you.
if more people heard that story, more people would understand why it's important for us, why we love America, because we don't have the problems that other countries have. We have our own issues, but there are issues that I don't know if I'd be able to handle the way that you explained to me and how your family was divided and how families are forced to do other things. I mean, that just did something to me. And I think that it's important for me, the ambassadors that work with me, all those that are working with the census to understand that it's our goal to make sure those community understand they don't have anything to worry about as far as being counted and using that against you, using that in a negative sense for you and your families. It is to help you. I am glad that I had the opportunity to meet you.
Me
This
too.
is a learning curve for me with this position. I'm learning of the other cultures and how
Absolutely.
your struggles are. We all have struggles, but your struggles are different from my struggles.
Yeah.
But it's important to let you know and your family know that we're here. We're trying to help. And so with being counted for the census, it's a matter of helping the community, helping families,
Right.
helping individual families as much as we can, the programs that are out there. It's our job to try to make you understand that.
Absolutely. I think, speaking on behalf of my family and my community, two things that will be very, very important would be to let them know or somehow make them understand that the information you give out in this census will be all private or will not be misused, or will not be used against the person.
Yes.
That will be very, very important that people know that, or somehow, we can tell them, but they don't believe it. So somehow they believe that. Some have that belief with the city, with the state, with the government, that if I fill this form out, they will not use that against me. I think that is very clear message that people should understand, I think.
Yes, the form is a simple form. There's only 9 questions on the first page, but all those questions are about you as the head of household, and then there's individual pages for each person that's in your family. The information that is on that form cannot be shared with anyone for 72 years.
Okay, 72 years.
72 years.
All right.
Anyone that's found to have shared that information, whether it's the sex on there, your number in your household, your name, or any of the simple questions that are on that form,
Right.
if they found to have shared that information, they can be fined and possible jail time.
Okay.
And I am not going to jail for telling anybody that I met you.
No, that's good. And we just have to pass this message to everybody.
Okay. In fact, it's a $250,000 fine, I was told.
Until if someone
I don't have
misuses it.
$250,000.
Okay. No, so see, this is amazing. This is good. So first of all, we have a very good reason why we should be counted, because it helps our city with the funding, our state. And second, no one can misuse it, which is great. But I think we just have to find a way. I'm sure city is doing a lot. How we can reach out to those community which are normally scared to come out, scared to fill out the census, and let them know and make them feel safe and comfortable with this, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what is city doing? What is city doing to reach out to those community, those people, like I would say homeless people, or like immigrant community who are normally in the back, are not the mainstream society? What is city doing to reach out to them?
Well, the city has, first of all, they've created a new committee, which is a complete count committee, with a committee made up of 70 people, volunteers across the city. Okay. Out of that, we have subcommittees, and each one is reaching out in different ways. There's a faith committee. I'm not sure of all of them. There's 6 committees. There's a faith-based committee. There's communication, marketing. But as I said, there's 6. And so out of that, they've also added a census ambassador, which is myself. Okay. I have 5 census coordinator myself. Okay. And then there's 5 ambassadors that work along with me. And my responsibility is to network, communicate, connect with partners, with other organizations, churches, people that are out there that are the undercounted, underrepresented, hard to find, right. Whatever we need to do to reach out to those people. So that's my responsibility. And from that, then I ask our ambassadors to go out and talk to them on various programs, events we are planning, any way that we can make that connection. And then they go out and share the information, answer questions, and do whatever we need to do. Our responsibility is to find those numbers that were missed at the last count. Right. My understanding is there was 77% count rate in the 2010 census, wow. And we want to increase that to 85. I tell people we want to increase that to 100%.
Absolutely.
I know that 100% may not be reachable, but we're right. going to try very hard to at least get 99.
Not? Right.
So that's my goal, is to try to find people. And that's how I found you. And I'm so glad that I had that opportunity to meet so many other people. Like I said earlier, this is a learning curve for me. And finding those other cultures that I would not have connected with initially. Right. Going places that I probably would have never gone. Not only am I meeting some great friends, but I'm learning a lot in the meantime. And so all those communities that were not counted before, right. You mentioned how your community was counted, your family was counted in Nepal.
Oh, in Bhutan. My story, yeah.
Okay. But we don't want that to happen here in Grand Rapids. Right, and so with knowing that story, only makes me work even harder, because I know that you have family members that are here that are probably reluctant to filling out the census. And so it's my responsibility to figure out how we can make them feel comfortable and understand that the census is not to divide the country. It's not to do anything in a negative way. It's a positive thing, and we need to count them. So myself, my ambassadors, and all those that are working with the city is to make sure that you understand.
Right. No, I'm really glad you bring it up a little bit about finding me and my community, because not only me, because you also met other board of directors and president of BCM, Bhutanese Community of Michigan, and in fact we are actually working something out to aware of the Vietnamese and Nepalese community in Grand Rapids, right?
Yeah, yes.
So which is really good. I'm really glad we are doing that, because without the city's help or fundings, we couldn't do anything. Because as much as we want to, because of lack of resources and fundings and just a grant, we won't be able to do it. So I guess having you guys would definitely help us to reach out to each individuals from our community, and I really hope we can count 100% from our community.
I hope so. I will say this. I had the opportunity to have a conversation with some of the funding sources.
Okay.
And with saying that, they were not aware of your organization, but the magnitude of your families.
People say that to me.
And so many other families. And I felt bad because their response was, I didn't know.
Exactly.
And that's not good to me. That's not acceptable to me because, even though I found you on a special assignment, how far did they reach out to find the other people? And so I'm just trying to make things happen.
Right. No, not only you or not only few. That there are so many people just telling me, hey, I didn't know there are like 10,000 Bhutanese in Grand Rapids and the neighboring cities. People, they just don't know. And maybe part of our fault, maybe we didn't do enough work to, I guess, get to the mainstream, or like somehow something's missing. Something's missing there. So people just don't know there are more than 10,000 Bhutanese in this area. So hopefully that won't be the case anymore in the future as we go forward. Okay. So there's another thing that I'm very interested when we talk off the podcast. I ask you about the job, right? So to do the census, you told us before that cities will be hiring a lot of people, temporary workers, right?
Yes.
So how does that process work? When does that hiring process start? How much are they getting paid? Can you talk a little bit about that?
I can talk as much as I can. I've been working with. We have a regional representative that's covering Kent County, Western Michigan, Chicago area, Joe Janitis. Joe has been working closely with us when we go places and giving that opportunity out, or allowing others to learn more about the job opportunity. So what I've learned with working with Joe is that, first of all, you can go to census.gov/jobs.
Okay.
Census.gov/jobs to apply.
No matter what city you live in.
So no matter what city you live in.
Okay. So
what
it's
city,
for all
state,
of them. Okay.
Where. But Kent County needs approximately 4,000 employees.
Kent County.
Okay.
And
this information is coming from Joe in our conversation. So he told us that we need 4,000 jobs in Kent County.
Okay. Hey, no, one thing I just want to let everybody know that Grand Rapids, Kentwood, Caledonia, Wyoming, these cities around all fall in this county.
We are all Kent County.
We're all Kent County. Okay. Go ahead.
So with that, they're called enumerators, census enumerators, or you might hear census takers, census counters, door knockers. Right. It's all the same.
Okay.
But we need them starting early part of the year. The training will take place probably January, February.
Okay.
And then they will start working in March, April. But they're going to go through a training process. You have to apply online, census.gov/jobs.
Okay.
And then they will do a screening. And once they contact you for hiring, you will start at $20 an hour.
Wow.
Now, $20 an hour, we were just told a couple of days ago that was the agreement for Kent County.
Okay.
So from what I'm understanding is Kent County is special because they really need people.
Okay.
With 20,000 or 4,000 people at $20 an hour, that's a lot of people, a lot of money.
Wow.
That means that it's important for us to get those numbers out in Kent County. That just tells you how important it is.
So you are telling us right now, someone could get hired to knock on doors and they will get $20 an hour pay.
$20 an hour plus 58 cents per mile.
That's amazing.
Per mile.
So I'm thinking in my head, anyone above 18 can do this, right?
Yes.
So high schoolers can get a job for $20 an hour.
Yes.
Wow. And
I would be so quick to sign up.
Oh, yeah. No, yes. I am tempted myself. I'll probably sign up too.
Any and everybody can sign up.
Right. And then you don't have I guess, fixed schedule. You can pick your own schedule, right?
Hours are flexible.
Yeah.
So I did this in 2010.
Already.
And I did this in Flint.
Okay.
I didn't have a clue about Flint. I had just started working there with my job, and I decided to do something extra to have something extra to do.
Right.
So I went out when I wanted to go out. If I didn't feel like working today, I didn't work that day. I mean, it's so flexible. They'll give you a list. You work that list of addresses, and when you're done, you either stop for the day or you go back and get another list. Or you can work half the list today and half the list tomorrow. Your hours are determined. The money you make is determined by you. So if you need a lot of money, you do a lot of work.
So,
so it's just
all right. So there's no limits to how many hours you can do.
No.
So you can
And once you complete, they want you to work in your community. The beauty of this whole thing is they want you to work in your community because you can relate to your people better than I can.
Right.
They would be more apt to talk to you.
Absolutely.
In your community than if I walked up the door and not being able to speak Nepali.
Right.
They don't have a clue what I'm saying, and I don't have a clue what they're saying, and we're standing there looking at each other. We don't want that to happen.
Absolutely.
I would encourage your community to apply.
Okay. No, absolutely.
They want them to be citizens. If they're not citizens but interested in the job, they still should apply because they still will need people speaking other languages in various communities. And so they will look at that and take that into consideration.
Okay.
So I'm encouraging everyone to apply. Again, this is for everybody, every city, every state to use that same website.
So you said you must be a citizen to get those jobs?
No, I said you should be a citizen to get those jobs. If you're not a citizen, you still should apply if you're interested in doing the work, because they will look at your application as an individual.
Okay. All right, let me take a moment to let my Nepali audience who don't speak English, let them know, because म थोरै यो इङ्ग्लिसबाट ब्रेक लिएर तपाईँहरूलाई के जानकारी गराउन चाहन्छु. इट्स भेरी भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट. क्याथीको अनुसार ग्रान्ड ऱ्यापिड्स अथवा केन्ट काउन्टी, जहाँ 5वटा सिटी मैले जानेका सिटीहरू पर्छन्, ग्रान्ड ऱ्यापिड्स, क्यालेडोनिया, केन्टवुड, वायोमिङ, ग्रान्डभेल, यस्तै यस्तै सिटीहरू पर्छन् जहाँ भुटनिसहरू अहिले मैले जानेको पर्याप्त रूपमा बस्नुभएको छ. सो स्टार्टिङ फ्रम जनवरीदेखि सुरु भएर 2020को जनवरीदेखि लगभग सेन्ससको लागि, यो टेम्पोररी जबको लागि 4,000 जना मान्छेहरू सिटी अफ ग्रान्ड ऱ्यापिड्सले केन्ट काउन्टीको माध्यममा हायर गर्नेछ. र गुड थिङ चाहिँ के छ भने पर आवर $20 पे गर्छ. सो यो वान अफ द बेस्ट जब जस्तो लाग्यो, किनकि हाई स्कुलहरू तपाईँहरू 18 वर्ष मिनिमम 18 वर्ष हुनुपर्छ. यहाँदेखि माथि जति पनि उमेर छ 1 घन्टाको $20 पे गर्छ. आवर तपाईँले आफै पिक गर्नुहुनेछ, बिहान गरे पनि बेलुका गरे पनि विकेन्ड्समा गरे पनि. आई थिङ्क दिस इज अमेजिङ. केन्ट काउन्टीमा बस्नु हुने सबैजनाले इन्ट्रेस्टेडले डोन्ट फर्गेट टु अप्लाई. अलराइट, थ्याङ्क यू अगेन. I think I can't. Yeah, I couldn't hold that much to let people know about this. I think this is amazing. This is a great job opportunity, and like you said, it's very flexible. So you don't have to leave your job. This is extra money in your pocket, right?
Yes.
So this is great. This is amazing.
And because it's so flexible, I was working 11 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Wow.
When I got off of work, I went home and slept a few hours, and then I got up. Well, my regular job. Then I got off of work, and then I did some census work in the afternoon. And I worked until I got tired.
Right.
And then I went back home and took another nap and went to my job. And so you can do that and make as much money as you want to make. If I didn't feel like working, I was too tired to work the next day, then I was like, I'll wait till tomorrow. But I was determined, if I need money, if I want extra money, then I need to get up and do some extra work.
Absolutely.
But it's not hard work. I mean, it's knocking on doors and people open up the doors. You have a tablet. Right. They'll provide you with the tablet, and you would ask the questions, fill out the tablet, and then you're done.
Absolutely.
The form is really simple. I don't know if you've had opportunity to look at that, the questionnaire or not for the census.
I did, but it would be nice if I could bring that up. But unfortunately, I forgot to bring my laptop today. But we have to find a way to let everybody know about what the form look like. Okay. Hey, one thing I need to bring up before I guess forget, because this year we will start electronically, right?
Yes.
Because first, the government is encouraging everybody, not just encouraging, they actually want you to fill out your census electronically.
Yes.
Right? Can you talk about it, and then how knock on the door works after?
Okay. So starting in mid-March, around about the 12th of March, the government will start sending out postcards, invitations to let everyone know the census is available. They'll give each household a number. And use that number as your identifier so they'll know that this went to this particular address. But with doing that, you can go online and fill the information out. You can call on the phone and fill that out, or you can do it in person. So if you don't want anyone knocking on your doors, I would suggest you either call them or do it online. We will have assistance centers throughout the city that will be available to answer questions and help others fill out the form. So if you need help filling it out online, you can go to one of these locations, and we will make that information public.
I was just gonna ask you, because not everybody gonna have an internet at home,
Right.
or not everyone is computer savvy that they can look up this website online and go through the process to fill out the form. So for that one, I think you just said you guys are gonna have a booth set up or somewhere that people can go and get their census filled out.
Yes, right now I have about 35 locations, including the public libraries in Grand Rapids, to be available for those that may not have an internet at home or may not be able to answer all the questions, may have something, they may have
Right.
questions about the questionnaire.
Right.
But you can go to these locations, and again, we're going to make it public on our website, I don't know, we do podcasts or social media.
Okay.
I'm not a most social media person, I'm learning.
Well, you should definitely, because social media is one way you can.
I'd rather
reach
have
out.
someone
Yeah.
do it for me.
That works too.
But they will be available to answer those questions. Again, we'll publicize those locations and the hours that they're available. And so
Okay.
anybody can go in various places and have the help, get the help that they need to fill that out.
One thing that came in my mind when I was talking to you is, I'm imagining again, because the people who cannot fill out themselves is possibly an immigrant community or immigrant family, because they probably have some learning. They don't know the English as much as like you and I do, even though I'm immigrants. But the point is, my parents, they are the one who would need help.
Okay.
Which means they not only have problem with the English, they would probably also have a problem with the transportations.
Okay.
So even if they want to get help, even if they want to go to library, would you guys even consider providing some type of transportations? Is that in your list, in your plan?
We haven't talked about transportation, but it brings up a good idea for me to bring up. I happen to have a meeting tomorrow. I will bring
you
up
should
that
probably
meeting tomorrow
bring that
about the
up. Yeah.
transportation. But I do know that we are asking various communities to set up a assistance center in their location.
Right.
And so I'm looking at you to maybe you can find a location in your community for us.
We're talking about it.
Okay.
Hopefully we'll find something where people from my community can communicate. Use their transportations easily.
Okay.
But definitely, I think one thing, if city can pass some budget or some type of fund for the transportations, that would be great. I think
I will work on that.
Yeah,
it's a good idea.
That is amazing. Hey, you think, Kathy, you think I've missed anything that you want to talk about in Census? Because this is an opportunity that not only Bhutanese, but generally, because this will be in our Facebook and also in YouTube, and probably people from Grand Rapids, Kent County, I would say. Or not only that, because a lot of my listeners or viewers are all over U.S.
Okay.
So
I know that our website, Be Counted GR.
Okay.
Our Facebook page, Be Counted GR.
Okay.
I know they're on Twitter. I know that they are, what's the other? Instagram.
You had to think for a second.
Right.
Hey, I'll tell you this.
I don't, but I know that the information's there.
Instagram is the best way to reach out to the younger generation.
I heard that.
You should. And if you don't know about this, you should also work on the Snapchat.
Ooh.
That is also...
and I have every one of those icons on my phone. I don't even use them.
Should. I mean, Facebook is... Everyone knows about Facebook.
But nobody looks at Facebook anymore.
Not very younger generation.
Okay.
I would say. And Snapchat is very, very popular with high schoolers and college.
Wow.
Yeah.
We do have a young person working on that.
That's good.
It's not me.
I am glad.
So we are getting the message out there. So I'm asking if your listeners to the Be Counted, I know on Facebook. I don't know what you have to do to get on Instagram, but it's there.
Okay.
But it is, again, Be Counted GR. And we try to put as much information out there as possible. So when we have events, even with this event, we'll put that out there so that others can see as well.
No, absolutely. I think this is very helpful. Okay. Again, I want to tell everybody, hey, let's get counted. Let's even if you're not directly involved or hired as one of the 4,000 employee for the county, let's help your family, your friends fill out their forms. Let everybody get counted, and let's Michigan have the biggest budget we have ever gotten, right?
Yes, I will also share my contact information. I don't know if you can put it out on the screen or not, but it's K Harris at grcity.us.
I think we could probably. Hey, Gene, can we do something like this? Okay. Yep. My producer will work on it.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes. Any questions? Any comments? If there's any places that you would like for us to visit, any of the families that are in the community,
Right.
that we need to reach out to, do not hesitate to reach us either through Facebook or any of the social media or my personal city information. Again, it's Harris at grcity.us.
Great. Thank you. And thank you once again. Thanks to my listener and everybody who's watching it. If you have any questions about this, feel free to message me and I'll find a way to contact Kathi.
Awesome.
Or you can message her directly because her contact will also be up. Okay? Hey, with that being said.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
I
Kathi.
enjoyed this.
Appreciate it.
It's the first time doing a podcast, and now I know better.
Alrighty, thank
It's
you.
not as bad as people say.
I don't think so.
No.
This is my first 5th episode, but this is the
Okay.
first time doing it also. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yep.
Yeah.